First off, I'd like to thank the city staff, the city team. They're fantastic. I also want to recognize the department heads. Zach Goodlander, our city manager, thank you for doing an outstanding job. Kelsey Lee Jordan, thank you for your assistant city manager. Kenny Seymour, our chief of police, thank you, outstanding jobs. Heidi Taylor, thank you very much for all your hard work with human resources. Aaron Turneau, finance. We're going to talk about you in a little bit, but great kudos to her. Josh Brothers in planning, where's Josh? See, thank you, Josh, very much. Jesus Escobar, our IT guy, couldn't do it without you, sir. Ben Glenn in utilities, where's Ben? Ben, the most popular guy in the Fulshear fax class, I understand. You have a cult following, I think, all of a sudden. And Gary Schatz, the newest member of our team, Public Works, is he here? He's probably out fixing a pipe. Okay. And then, of course, Anel Guadalupe, our Economic Development Director. Thank you for all your hard work in helping our city grow. Also to our City Council. We couldn't do all the work that we do without a caring group of people that come here every week, work long hours at their own jobs in many cases, but also sometimes we're here a long time as well. So I want to give it up for our Mayor Pro Tem, Joe Patterson. And thank you very much for your service, and he's on his seventh year serving the city, so that deserves a round of applause, I think. Thank you. Mr. Poole, I think 7 years as well, stepping down here soon, just recovered from a surgery, but we're glad you're back. See there, that service comes right out of surgery and does that. Jason Kanapi, if you're watching from overseas somewhere. He's probably on an island somewhere. Good job. Where's he at? Germany. Oh, he's in Germany. Achtung, sir. Okay. But thank you, Jason. Wonderful. He's our at-large member. Sarah Johnson, District 1. You're one of the hardest working ladies on our council. You are. You got the largest district, too, for sure. Patrick Powers, our newbie, but District 2, doing a fine job. Thank you, Patrick. Yep. Christina Barron, thank you for all your hard work. She's our representative from District 3. And Abi Udakar, thank you for District 5 and all your hard work and input. We appreciate it. Of course, our boards and commissions, we have a long list of those, but I see some of those in here right now. Bonnie, I see you serve on the Economic A Board and B Board. We have Parks and Recreation Commission, our Planning and Zoning Commission members, also our Zoning Board of Adjustment. All these folks that serve on these boards are the direction of our city. We take their input, we take their suggestions, and we bring them to council, and we try to decipher what's best for the community. But all in all, I just want to let you know that our job as city council is to be your representative and represent you at the table of government. It's not necessarily what we want, it's what you want. And believe me, all of us at council and the city hear you. We hear you a lot, and sometimes on the phone. It's really cool. And but with as many of you know, our growth is tremendous. But before we get started, we'd like to do a little quick video for about a minute and a half. So if you please take a look. Many of you might have heard and known that we have been designated the fastest or second fastest. Some said the fastest affluent. Needless to say, we are one of the fastest growing cities in the entire United States, okay? That brings with a lot of challenges. It also brings a lot of opportunity. A lot of people knocking on our door, and that's a fact. And but also this brings a lot of responsibility that rests with us and our team here at City Hall. And we need to plan strategically, we need to manage our finances wisely, and we need to advocate for all the residents on every level, not just certain levels or this group or that group. Sometimes it's not all that we do that is for one particular group. We got to make sure it's good for everybody. One of the things we started is our legislative advocacy. This is representing you at the table of government. Now, I wanted to start the state of the city with there's too much state in our city, but I won't do that. But protecting local control is extremely important. The state has been slowly eroding the city authority, limiting what we can regulate. We already cannot regulate density, land use, building standards in our ETJ, which is extraterritorial jurisdiction, and new proposals could further impact our ability to govern locally. And this is happening right now in Austin. That's why, for the first time ever, Fulshear has hired a lobbyist to and has established legislative priorities to make sure that our voice is heard in the Capitol. And recently, we took a trip during Fort Bend County Days. Myself, Kelsey Lee Jordan, as well as Zach Goodlander, we took a bus to Austin, a lot of fun, with a bunch of other representatives from the Fort Bend County area. We met in Austin and we got to the Capitol, and then I think Kelsey and Zach and myself decided to take a side detour at the Capitol and go see our representatives and talk to them about many, many issues. We spoke with Representative Gary Gates, who was very attentive and listened to everything, took down everything we had concerns about. And also we met with Senator Joan Huffman's office and her chief of staff, who was very, very interested in knowing what's going on right here in our locality of Fulshear and understands the problems that we are facing, especially with TxDOT, and I'll get to that in a minute. However, we did meet with Matt Morgan, not our representative, a freshman representative right now at the legislature, but still what happens here happens kind of in his district, so he's a real advocate for us as well. All of them very receptive, but I will say we talked about many legislative priorities. I think we have that on our website at some point. You could take a look at those. But what's interesting is we did mention 1463. I'll address it a little bit later in the address, but many people saw that 1463 wasn't moving. Nothing was happening. It just was sitting there kind of at a standstill, and yet tollway is just blowing going. So after our talk with Joan Huffman's office, Senator Joan Huffman's office, it seems like the very next Monday or Tuesday, activity started happening. And since then, we've met with the TxDOT district engineer. We've had a great meeting of the minds. We have a system where we will be consistently communicated with from TxDOT, where we are on the project, what's happening. Because a lot of times, it's not that when's it going to be done, and that's very important. The hardest thing is what's going on and not hearing anything, right? At least if I know what's happening, I can deal with it. And I promise you, it's going to be a little tougher until we get it done. But once it's done, it's going to be fantastic. But you can see there's a lot of activity. So let's go on to our next slide. This here is our financial slide. Our budget remains extremely strong, and we continue to maintain a responsible tax rate while delivering high quality services. We are one of the lowest tax rates in the county at 16 cents and just a little above that. Fulshear has been recognized with budget awards reflecting our commitment to transparency and financial excellence. And if you look at the dollar graphic, it'll show our tax rate in comparison to other residents and what they are paying. So you can take a minute and look at that while I say thank you to Aaron Trudeau. Thank you for all your hard work, and the accolades that you receive are well deserved. Okay, give it up for Aaron. Yes. Okay. Then also we have a commitment to transparency and communication. Transparency is a top priority. It's something I sort of campaigned on along with some other candidates, and it's also something that we're ensuring that our residents have access to key projects, budgets, and all of our initiatives. And all of those are available at our website, fulsheartexas.gov, Texas spelled out. We've expanded our public communications effort. We have a city manager's monthly newsletter, which is fantastic. I catch it and I'll post it up on my social media. I hope some of the city council's doing the same. Also, we have ClearGov platform, and there you can view the budget, the departments, and all the project timelines that we have in our city. Fulshear Facts. Facts is an acronym. Could you help me with that acronym, please? Fulshear Academy for Civic Training and Service. This is a phenomenal class, and we have our first residents that they can learn to engage in city operations, and we're going to be recognizing them at the end of this presentation. But imagine, if you will, some of you have participated in the Citizens Police Academy. Well, this is sort of the same thing, where you can get in the behind the scenes and learn how we operate as a city. It can open a lot of eyes, it really can. And speaking of Citizens Police Academy, I was in Police Academy #1. Chief will never let me come back for a refresh, but nevertheless, this builds stronger police relationships, and it teaches a 9-week course, everything from what the officers do, what they encounter. You get to walk in the footsteps of all of our wonderful police officers, and it gives you a great opportunity to be part of the community, learn from what they do, and have a whole new respect, okay? So thank you, great police department. We'll go into that a little further. Also, Fulshear's Insight video series. This is just starting up, and this is something where we'll just keep you informed, let you know what's going on in the community. And also, we have enhanced maps and GIS Hub providing resources at your fingertips on our website. So there we are with commitment to transparency. Now, let's take a look at city operations, if you will. First off, this is something I really wanted to do. I just have to point it out that if anybody knows the Savannah Bananas, Jesse Cole, the owner, he said, stop doing things people hate. That's how to be successful. And people don't like getting voicemails and listening to phone trees. And so with the help of Zach, I applaud Zach and Kelsey, we have transitioned to one-on-one live customer service representatives when you call City Hall. How about that? Now, these representatives, they actually answer 6,000 to 7,000 calls a month. And the first day, I actually sat in there and answered some of the calls, and it just so happened to be a bank wanting to move to Fulshear. He says, who do I talk to? And I said, me, and then I'll get you in touch with Vanell, and we probably have another bank coming, right? But also some new initiatives in 2024 is SPARK, and that's an acronym, and it means Service, Partnership, Accountability, Resilience, and Knowledge. And Heidi, that's something that we are, mindset that we're trying to employ with every employee here at the city. So be sure, service is important, partnership, accountability, resilience, and knowledge. We want to be a spark here in Fulshear. So that's what we need to do. Is service is our main tenet here at City Hall. First ever internship is to invest in future public service leaders. We had those last year, I believe, various universities, and we have a new crop coming in here shortly, right? So I'd be looking forward to that. Our utilities operations now have their own department head, the famous Ben Glenn. Yeah, Ben, you want another applause, or are you good? Okay, all right. Also, we're very vested in strengthening our partnerships with the HOAs, the MUDs, the ESDs, Fort Bend County, and the 36A Coalition to support regional growth and collaboration. We can't grow unless we are in collaborating with other entities such as those. And we got to know what the right hand's doing versus the left hand. I did that wrong, but anyway. All right, so let's move on to our next one, development, infrastructure, and keeping up with growth. Now, inspection efficiency is something that is very important, and we are processing a growing number of inspections while maintaining extremely high standards. Very proud of the standards we have here in Fulshear. More than 12,000 inspections were completed last year. That's amazing. It's probably going to markedly go up next year. The key commercial projects is, for instance, HEB that's coming up near Jordan Road. Fulshear Junction is expected to start construction later this year, and LCISD School Complex is coming up in Fulshear just north on 359. Then we've also hired a grants and planning position. Simra, you want to stand up? There she is. There she is. Thank you very much. And she is tasked with securing alternative funding sources, and as permit revenues start to shift, we start shifting from permit revenues. It's awesome to look for grants and grants and things like that for our city to continue to grow. All right, keeping Fulshear local and vibrant. Supporting local businesses with the Fulshear Fast Track program, that's helping new businesses and entrepreneurs grow. It's phenomenal. The Fulshear Regional Chamber for Commerce has been here over 10 years. It's not only available to businesses, but to you as citizens as well. It's a wealth of information if you're looking for something or need help. Also, we're going to return to a signature event. I can't remember when the last one was, 90-something? In the 90s, Fulshear Follies. Anybody here been to Fulshear Follies? All right, we have a chance to make it all brand new again, but it was a phenomenal weekend event downtown, and we're looking forward to bringing that back, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So bringing the community together once again. Also beautifying our city with projects like downtown mural that we're looking to put. You see it right there at the bottom. That's a mural that'll be in our downtown area. And also TxDOT, we just got approval to wrap the traffic boxes. Do y'all know those traffic boxes around town? We're going to be able to wrap those from the art contest that we've had. So the artists, their art will be displayed throughout the city on those boxes. I think that's going to be really nice than just seeing a silver box around. So we're looking forward to seeing that as well. Okay, key downtown projects. All right, downtown has always been a favorite place of mine. I know for many years we had a lot of events downtown, and it was now become very hard to park anybody or do much downtown. However, I want to tell you some more things that we'll get to downtown in a minute on the last project here. But first, this isn't downtown, but over here at Primrose Park, we are in phase 2 under construction right now. This is going to be lights, restrooms, vending facilities, ball fields, wonderful place for people to gather, what do they call it, Amphitheater, thank you, yes, okay, an amphitheater, and it's just going to be so much fun. And also, we just want to remind everybody, as we continue to grow our parks, we do have a bond election that's coming up that'll help our parks, so please be aware of that, and information you can find all over the place there. Also, Eagle Landing Park, I think we have a representative from HTX here, but we're excited for Eagle Landing. It's a recreational space that works with soccer fields, and we approved HTX Sports Association for the fields estimated to get out there and run the leagues, and the estimated completion date on those fields is May of this year. So we're right around the corner from having a place for the kids to go out and play and have a great time. Harris Street downtown. Everybody familiar with Harris Street? It's kind of the middle street of downtown, and it is now currently under construction, and it will be the main character of downtown. We're going to be widening it so it will allow walkability, when that's where we'll be having some future events in our downtown corridor. It should be quite exciting to start bringing people back downtown. Very excited about that. Now, let's go on to Mr. Connor's favorite, water. No, water and wastewater infrastructure. Fulshear has invested millions of dollars in utility bonds over the last few years to ensure a safe and reliable water system for our residents. Major projects, we have an altitude valve. I'm going to have to explain that to you some other time because I had it explained to me, but trust me, it is a tremendous improvement to our elevated storage tank, and that's at our downtown plant. It'll allow us to see the booster pump pressure run at higher levels, so we get some pressure, and then the elevated tank overflow. So ultimately, allowing both the elevated and booster pumps to maintain pressure when needed Also, Pecan Knoll, the elevated storage tank is currently underway, and they are filling it with water and testing, and we'll be online before the plant, allowing us to use the elevated storage tank in the summer. So we'll be able to use that this coming summer, meeting the capacity meeting the capacity requirement from the state to help maintain the pressure there as well. So we're all about that. And of course, there's also improvements on water plant number 1. It's just about complete, and it'll be fully operational by the end of April. And that'll add 1 million gallons of storage and 4 booster pumps. Pecan Knoll plant is still on schedule for fall later this year. The tanks are there, and they're being drilled, and piping is being disinfected. The water meter swap program, that's ongoing. You may see folks out in your front yard. They're just replacing your water meters, and it's an innovative digital cloud-based system for reading your meter. So I hope that's going to be more accurate, and we'll have, that's more than halfway complete at this point, and we're looking to finish that by sometime this summer. Water and wastewater master plan will be presented for adoption by the council in April, and this was a collaboration with Fries and Nichols to update our master plan to reflect current growth and future developments. But all of these projects reflect the city's goal for providing safe drinking water and efficient removal and treatment of our wastewater. So I'm glad we're on top of that in a big, big way. Well, how many of you know our police department? Let's go to that. Very proud of our police department, and what I'd like to say is they have reduced, this is pretty awesome, they have reduced their response time from a huge number of 5.8 seconds to 4.6. That's amazing. I mean, a full second, but you know, when in a time of need, that second could be critical, but congratulations, Chief, on that. And also, we have a few recruiting struggles. We're about 8 officers short, but we're going ahead with some things to try to recruit them. We're recruiting right out of the academies, and appreciate the new way we're going after our recruits, and we have some new ones out there. Also, we're implementing new and innovative ideas, recruiting ideas. We're competing with other agencies, sign-on bonuses, and we're reaching out to police academies, as I mentioned. We are one of the top 5 safest cities in Texas, and we want to stay that way. Now, as we start to grow, that becomes a little bit more of a challenge. But I'm so proud. Top 5. I think we're really top 4, right? Yeah. I think I've heard the chief say number 1 is a city that's gated, so it doesn't count. All right. But we have 20 plus community initiatives, including our Rookie Responder and Citizens Academy. I got to tell you, Rookie Responder, I took the course, but it's, yeah, we got to go. But check it out. It's a way to teach new drivers. She's my producer. We hosted National Night Out, 26 block parties, and the Fulshear Police Foundation. If you want to get involved there. Also, I want to say it's been very, as we end up here, we are working very hard to get a senior citizen community center up and running. Thank you, Mr. Jim Mazzone, for all your fine efforts there, my friend, and I look forward to recognizing you at a future meeting as well. So thank you. If you're interested in doing that, speak with Mr. Mazzone. Again, Fulshear is growing, leading the way with strategic planning, strong finances. I want to say this in closing. Fulshear is one of the fastest growing cities in Texas, making it a prime target for developers looking to bring major projects to our community. As a city, we regularly entertain proposals from developments and we carefully evaluate each one of them and determine what aligns with Fulshear's long-term vision and what serves our residents best. Any proposed entertainment center or what you hear on the internet about anything that's being proposed to the city, all of that, no commitments have been made and final decisions have not been made. The city council here and our staff will continue to do thorough due diligence, analyzing fiscal feasibility, infrastructure impact, overall benefits before any commitments are considered. While discussions and executive sessions are necessary for legal negotiating purposes, the public input is vital, and we want positive input. We can understand the negative, but positive input. If you have ideas, let us know. Fulshear is in a unique position to be selective on what we approve, ensuring that any development enhances our community and is fiscally responsible. We are committed to transparency in all and will continue to provide factual information as discussions progress. Residents are encouraged to review official documents, attend meetings, and share their thoughts with the appropriate channels. Our goal is to remain balanced, responsible growth with maintaining a quality of life that makes Fulshear so special. We appreciate your engagement and patience as we evaluate this and other potential opportunities that may be in the city's future. I'm so proud to be the mayor of Fulshear, Texas, and I'm proud of our city council, our city team and staff. They work incredibly hard for you, and they are innovative, and they are excited to think outside the box. And I think that's what we need for our city. And I truly wish you all the best and hope that you understand we work daily very hard to make sure Fulshear remains a wonderful place. And it's a place for the heart, you know? So instead of BFF and be Fulshear friendly, I mean, that's what we want, is be Fulshear friendly. That's your BFF moment. Thank you very much.